welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming, and today we are here with an exciting new announcement. 2017, the Delta Battle League Season 4 is coming to you guys, and we are the Minnesota Wild Charge, and I am your coach of the Minnesota Wild Charge, Sharp Dress Gaming. So, we did do the draft recently. I should have done a draft video a little bit sooner than I am, but we're still good because we haven't had our first battle yet. Battles for Delta Battle League Season 4 will begin January 8th. So they won't go up January 8th. They'll go up 14th or 15th because, as you can see over in this little tab here, the first week is the 8th through the 14th. And as you can see right down here, we are once again battling the St. Louis Swallows. I'm pretty sure we battled them first week last season. Last year, technically, two as well. Redundancy. But, I think we battled the Detroit Gliders our first season. So, but, like, technically we battled Detroit Gliders first, but we had a bye because we weren't the coach yet. And then week 2 we battled the Swallows, I'm pretty sure. And so Swallows have been starting off our season almost every year, I'm pretty sure. And it's not fun because they're really good. They're really good. But it is fun because they're good. That's why it's good. I mean, that's why it is fun, because they're really good. But yeah, I'm just going to go over our draft here. I'm going to go over our schedule. I don't know why I'm saying words like that. I noticed I said draft. Really weird. So I want to say schedule. Really weird as well, but... yeah, so the teams we have this year are going to be the Boston Weasels once again, Detroit Magnetons, St. Louis Swallows, Motor City Metagame, who I believe are new. I'm not sure of all the coaches. This is one of the leagues. I'm not sure of everybody who's in it. Like, I don't know. I say I'm not sure as in I'm like, oh, I don't know about those people. But no, I don't know everybody that's in this league. And there's a lot of people that shuffle in, shuffle out, all that kind of fun stuff. But Colorado Mammoth Wonderback, Liberty Vivians, Seattle Seadras, Jacksonville Electivires, the Kansas City Needle Kings, of course us, the Minnesota Wild Charge, Chicago Cubs, the Irvine Infernapes, which I think are new as well. I don't recognize that name. Fusa Flareon, the boy Toxic Tiki, and the Fusa Flareon. I don't know if his assistant coach is Youngster Joe again or not. But the Phoenix Sunflora, the Wisconsin Dusknoir, which I believe were the Tampa Bay Duskulls before, and then Ashton Valampharos. So a lot of returning teams, a couple new ones, a couple name changes, so, you know. I don't know what's going on with me right now. But we're going to hop into our draft, which, once again, I didn't really plan a draft outside of, like, random mons I wanted to use. And I had, like, a game plan starting off, and then it quickly derailed because I was at work, once again, while I was drafting. So definitely for upcoming drafts the rest of the year, I'm going to, like, plan ahead of time so I don't have random Pokemon and then hope for the best. So we might be doing a little bit of trading here. And actually some fun little stories, too, hopefully, with some of these drafts. So I'm going to find my team, Wisconsin, MWC, the Minnesota Wild Charge. So you can see we are back once again with this beautiful layout here. Beautiful. Shout outs to, I think, Ariodon made it. Ariodon, he's a good guy. But yeah, you can see we have our schedule here. St. Louis Swallows, Wisconsin Dusknoir, Kansas City Needle Kings, Phoenix Sunflora, Irvine Invernape, Ashton Valampharos, Chicago Cubs. We do get a bye week 8, so be ready for that. We won't have a video that week. Kansas City Needle Kings, Motor City Meganium, and Irvine Infernapes. We do get to battle the boy Tiki this year, the Fusa Flareon. I mean, Tiki, I don't mean to be telling tales out of school, but that's an easy win, boy. You better watch yourself. Chicago Cub Shoes. So who do we double up on? The Cub Shoes, the Needle Kings. I think that's it. I almost said Dusknoirs, but I don't think so. I think it's only the people in our division, our grouping. Oh, and by the way, we are in the Ula Ula division. With that's where the girl Plumeria lives. Ooh, get it. But, Kansas City Needle King, Chicago Cubs, Infernine, Irvine. Is that how you say Irvine? Infernapes? Sounds right. So do we battle the Infernapes twice? Yes, we do. We battle everybody that's in our division, our conference twice. So is that. So we're get over to our freaking draft. So a few things. Tapus aren't. They didn't allow Tapus or Mimikyu right now. And that's because I believe it's because there's only 4 Tapus, unlike Megas. Where there's a lot of Megas to choose from. There's only 4 Tapus. I mean, I don't necessarily think that Tapu should have been banned. Also, I didn't really partake in pre-draft talk, so I really have no room to speak on these things. But I will just kind of glance over my thoughts. I think the Tapus and Mimikyu would have been fine, honestly. But we are in a new. This is new, so they're taking their steps. They want to just introduce things that are going to destroy everything. But I think Tapu's like along the same lines as the legendaries, and then Mimikyu's or whatever. But I guess if you don't have anything for him, you're screwed. But that's why you draft for him. But anyway, so I don't know what I was thinking when I started this draft, or when I ended it for that matter. I kind of had a hold on it by the time I was ending it, but you'll see as we go. So my first pick, I wanted a Mega. A lot of Megas went, they didn't go super quick. I'm not entirely sure why I picked Mega Charizard Y. But I kind of knew I wanted a Alolan Executor, so I'm like, why not do a Sun team? Let's do that. We haven't really done a Weather team yet in draft. So I picked up Mega Charizard Y as our first pick. He hits like not a firehouse. He hits like a monster truck. Is that the word? A dump truck? A plow truck? He hits like a truck in general. So Mega Charizard Y isn't a bad Pokemon. We do have to worry about rocks, which I think I kind of covered with the team. Well, looking at it now, not really, but yeah. So Mega Charizard Y, he's weak to rocks. He does get this sun up, so his water weaknesses do go down a little bit. And then electricity and stuff. So I wanted to kind of cover that. I wanted Charizard to be just come in, destroy things. It's really fun. I've seen people destroy with Mega Charizard Y, so I think he's going to do really good for our team this year. And, of course, next, your girl Melodic, she back. Or boy, depending on the Melodic I use. Oh, also, I wanted to cover this. Because we do this league on Pokemon Showdown, we are able to use pre-bank Pokemon. So that's why you'll see Mega Charizard Y, and then later on you'll see other Pokemon like Breloom and stuff. Just so you guys are aware of that. So Melodic, our beautiful wall, I just do a lot better with Melodic. Melodic just helps me a lot, so I chose Melodic. I knew that's where I thrive, so I chose Melodic. And then here comes our Sun Pokemon. Really, the only Pokemon that works with the Sun is a Alolan Executor. He gets Harvest, so he can harvest things up. He's got Dragon type and our Grass type, which is really nice. I did pick another Grass type, which I did last year in the PGL, and it didn't work too great. So we'll see how long both of our Grass types stay around. But I was really excited to use the Alolan Executor, and I think this league is kind of the league where you can try things out more. It is competitive, but it's also more fun. You know what I'm trying to say. So there's that, Alolan Executor. And then I just really didn't know what to do. And I kind of wanted a Sun and Moon Pokemon, so I picked Beware. I like Beware. I haven't gotten to use him yet competitively, so Beware's on the team. He hits really hard too, so that's kind of fun. Then we have Togetic. That's our Defogger. It's also a Fairy and our Flying type. I knew I needed a Flying type, and I really wanted a Fairy type. And Togetic was really all that stuck out to me. I used it last year, and I really liked it, so Togetic on the team. Breloom. We used Breloom in the PGL last year, and I really liked it. Spore is really good. I wanted a fighting. I have Beware. Damn it. I have Beware and Executor that covered both Breloom's typings. I think I forgot that I drafted Beware. I'm like, I need a fighting type. So I picked up Breloom. I'm an idiot. But Breloom's good. So I'm not upset by that. If anything, we'll get rid of Beware. We'll see, though. We'll see. And then I knew I had a flying weakness. We have Alolan Executor, Beware, and Breloom right now. So I really need something to resist flying. So why not 4 times resist with Aggron? I used Aggron in my first draft league. And I like bringing Aggron and doing some weird things with it. So be sure to see Aggron. Well, I wanted Stealth Rocks too. I wanted a Rapid Spinner, but I don't know if Fortress was available by this point. So I have Aggron. Damn it. Oh, this draft sucks. No, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Next, Sableye. Again, another returning Pokemon from last year that I think did really good. Confide really worked well for us last year. So I'm excited for Sableye. A lot more fairies this time around, but I think we'll be fine. And then I wanted an electric type, and I figured I'd cover my psychic type at the same time. I was like, I kind of want Raichu, but then I'm like, no, Alolan Raichu. I like the lightning rod, but I figured I'd just get a ground type, and so I picked up Alolan Raichu, another new Pokemon. Good times. Maybe I could set up electric terrain. I don't know if Sableye gets electric terrain, but maybe we can set it up for the Raichu and outspeed some things. That could be pretty neat. Or bring it in on a switch in. You know, just the fun stuff. And then this one was the only one I was really worried about getting. So it was getting down to the end of the draft. A lot of people were picking lower tier stuff, and I already picked my lower tier stuff like a fool. but it did actually leave a few good Pokemon for me in the upper tier. So I knew I wanted a ground type. And I didn't mind having another dark type. So I was looking through the ground types. Mudsdale was gone. Garchomp was gone. Obviously, a lot of the good ground types are gone. And I saw Krookodile. I'm like, yo, we barely got to use Krookodile in that last draft league we were in because the league ended really quick. Let's use Krookodile. We get Intimidate. That's another really cool thing. And I was just sitting there praying. I'm like, please, God, let Krookodile still be around by the time it gets back to me. And he was. Krookodile made it to me. So I was like, yes, If I didn't get Krookodile, I almost wanted to go Sandile just to be a fool. But we did get Krookie Dookie. So he is here. He is here. And then the last pick. So this was the interesting one. So since the draft's already over, they can't take it away from me now. I had like 200 points left, and the highest point ranking is the A tier, and that's like 180 points. So I had a ton of points. I still have like 20 points left over if I want to do some trading or something. But I'm like, I might as well take the top tier. But there's not a lot to pick from, obviously, and I actually didn't know what I had to pick from because my phone wasn't updating the tier list, or they did. It was either the person who was like blocking off the tier list wasn't blocking it, or my phone wasn't updating. So I honestly did not know what I could draft. So originally, I'm trying to remember what I asked for originally. Actually, I can pull it up here. I got the Twitter DMs, boy. Let me pull them up here. Delta Battle League. I asked for Tornadus T because I wouldn't have minded another flying type. He also gets Defog, I'm pretty sure. And he wasn't available. So then I was like, okay, I'll take Azurill and I'll figure it out later. So Azurill, the baby Pokemon. Yes, that's right, the baby Pokemon. I'm like, maybe it could be like one of those weird things where like nobody expects you to ever bring it, and then one time you bring it and it's like Choice Scarfed and you huge power kill a bunch of things. But I'm like, whatever, just give me a Azurill. It's another fairy type. It gives me a physical fairy type over a special one with Togetic. and then they're like, okay, Azu's good. Azu's good. I'm like, what? Do you know what I'm talking about? Azurill? And sure enough, they put a Azumarill. Which I had points for and was available, so I'm like, I'll keep Azumarill, that's fine. So it is another water type, another fairy type. We do double up on types once again, but again, both of those other types are special. So Azurill can be there to be physical. We can also use Sap Zipper Azumarill, so that's really fun. So yeah, you guys can't take it away from me. It's drafted, it's on my page. I have Azumarill. So yeah, that is our freaking Deacon's Goose of a list, guys. So I might do a little bit of changing, especially throughout the season as I figure out that things are terrible, because we have a lot of doubled up typings. Like Beware, we have two fighting types, Beware Breloom. We have Breloom and Executor. I don't have a poison type, which I don't necessarily think we need because there's no Tapus, so that is kind of helpful. But we do have two water types with Azumarill and Melodic, two dark types with Krookodile and Sableye. What else do we have doubled up here? Two fairies, Togetic and Azumarill. But that's not all, and two flying, Mega Charizard, Y, and Togetic. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It can be bad, like if our opponent has a lot to hit those typings. We can't bring both of them necessarily, or I don't know what I'm trying to say here. If they have a lot to hit those typings, then those Pokemon aren't going to do as well in those matches. But then there might be some other matches where our opponent's team doesn't have anything for those typings, and we have two of them. So it could be useful. We'll see how it goes. Again, we do battle the St. Louis Swallows, which if we take a look at them, I just want to kind of look over their team, because their team looked really scary when I looked at it. Yeah, Landorus, Therian, Sylveon, Jolteon, Suicune, Hitmontop, Darmanitan, Drapion, Metagross, Gourgeist, Noivern, and Avalugg. Now that looks like a draft team. That looks like a draft team, not like ours. Like, ours tend to be really sporadic in this, and first season we didn't do too bad. We got second place, so. And I think we might have, either we made it to playoffs last year, or we're just under the line too. So, and I also wanted to bring up the Fusa Flareons, because we know them. hey, I know them. It doesn't look like they have an assistant coach, so I don't know if Joey just wasn't able to, or if they just didn't want to. But they do get Savali, normal type Savali. They have a Alolan Muck, which I'm really interested to see. I think Alolan Muck's really good. It's in Tier 3, but you've seen what Alolan Muck is able to do on our VGC series, so I'm excited to battle Young Key. He's got some interesting Mons Flare on Articuno, which you don't really see. So he's got Toxapex too. He's got all the poison types, so we just Earthquake that man. Do we have an Earthquaker? Damn it. Aggron, I guess, but it's not stab. Oh, Crocodile, my boy, you come into that match. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. I am going to be doing a team builder. You should be able to see it on... Actually, you won't be able to see it on Thursday because of... The battle won't be out next Thursday. It should be up next Thursday. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. And we will see you in week 1 of season 4. Yes, of the DBL. So thank you guys so much. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me. We'll see you next time. Stay sharp, everyone, and go Wild Charge. I haven't said that in a while. First time this year.